Hello everybody. Happy spooky season. It is spooky season. Yay! Welcome everybody to today's pick a card reading. Happy spooky season, everybody. I am so excited, aren't you? This was a viewer recommended video by Bling Cassidy. So thank you so much, Cassidy, for recommending this. This is going to be, what are your ancestors? What do somebody who's crossed over, what are their messages for you? And I'm very intrigued to see how this works, because psychic readings are more like you're reaching for the details, you're sort of grabbing for the details. And then medium readings are more like you're sitting back and sort of receiving the information. So I might be doing a little mix of both today, giving just a little bit from my spirit guides, as well as maybe some other people that they pull through. But I also have my notebook here just in case if I do get any messages. And yes, look at this, you guys. I have made a spooky season chai tea latte. I love chai tea. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely just had to get into the mood, into the vibe today and make myself my own little drink. So definitely feel free to do the same. This is pile number 1 and this is pile number 2. Feel free to skip ahead, but if you'd like to see the cards up a little bit closer, there is pile number 1, Mirror. And pile number 2, Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's really interesting. Okay, so those are the piles. Let's just go ahead and get right into it things today with pile number 1. Alrighty, I'll see you there. Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 1, the beautiful Mirror card. So who or what is triggering you? So this could definitely be a lot of aspects in your life. There could be some people in your life that might be making you jealous or just sort of, you know, making you really, really irked off or angry, or just like irritated or whatever. And spirit guides could really be asking you to understand, like, okay, who or what, so this could be a different thing too, is triggering you guys. So what is sort of making you feel this way? They've also informed me too that this could be like something that happened in your life that could be triggering you, like the death of a loved one, or maybe the ending of a relationship, the ending of a marriage, something like that, that could definitely just be triggering you guys. And it's time to really take a good look at your life and understand, why is this triggering you? You know, because then once you understand why it's triggering you, then you can take steps to sort of start to move past it, right? And start to get into a new and brighter level of your life. Alrighty, wow, okay. So we have Rustic Oracle. Oh my gosh, wow, yeah, so just a lot of really beautiful energy here. Never remember friends who are absent, remembrance. Growth, family, okay. Yeah. So this could definitely be like a friendship sort of figure for some of you guys that could have crossed over, that is sort of tapping in here today, but that doesn't have to fit. If that doesn't fit for you, this could just be the advice from the person that's coming in here today to sort of give this advice to you. And this person wants you to know that they're definitely a friend of yours. You know, they definitely love you. They're such like a loyal person to you. This could be like a spirit guide of yours as well, or an ancestor. So you never know who could be tapping in here today. But basically, so this person's very loyal, especially when coming into marriage and growth here. And this like spell repel negative energy. So again, there could have been some sort of negative event in your life that maybe could have made you feel like disloyal or dishonest or something along those lines. But spirit guides are really asking you to, yeah. This is interesting. They're saying that there could be like absent friends in your life too that maybe like caused this as well. That could have just triggered you, or a lot of these events too, like a breakup, friendship ending, you know, just all of those kinds of things. But basically, they want you to know that in the future, there's going to be a lot more loyal friendships, loyal marriages, loyal things coming into your life that are actually going to grow in abundance into something incredible, right? It's all about you guys starting to heal yourself though. And understand, again, why are these situations triggering you? Because sometimes it can be hard to be, around somebody or friends with somebody that is so just triggered after a certain situation that's, that's coming into mind is like divorce, right? Like if somebody's like been divorced, but they've been divorced for like 5 or 10 years and they're still sort of like complaining about the marriage, complaining about the partnership. It's okay to do that like on occasion, but if it's something that this person is like consistently doing, that's when you have to sort of like take a look at yourself and be like, okay, is this actually healing me? Like, am I actually growing from this? Or am I just sort of complaining about it to complain about it at this point? Like, what did this connection teach me? What did it teach me? And, yeah, with deaths and family and everything like that, it can definitely be a lot more challenging to start to move on and to start to find acceptance, because it's like, why that person, Like, that's the other thing. Like in divorces and situations, it's like, why me? But then in deaths and situations, it's why that person? Like, why did they have to go? And why not me? Like sometimes. So, but it's all about healing, and we're all here for different purposes in different situations. Yeah, and I just saw something so inspiring today. It was Paris Hilton, and she signed her 11th, well, she helped, get her 11th law signed into place today. And it's basically based off of a traumatic experience that she went through as a child. And she says that she really honestly had to go through that. And she looks at it more as a gift now, because she's able to use her, adult powers and money and influence to actually get some really big things done, especially when it comes to, the healthcare of children and the mental health of children. So that is just one example of how somebody has turned something super traumatic into something that is actually going to help society and really, really, really benefit society. So that could be like the main message overall today for you guys is like, who or what is triggering you, and then why are they triggering you, and how can you sort of turn it into a superpower, or turn it into something that really allows you to change this world, which I love that. You guys are super into growing and healing, right? Like, you guys are very healing. And I feel like to a lot of people, like, you're the shoulder to cry on. You're the person that always is there for other people, always is cheering other people up and cheering other people on. And so it's time that you sort of turn that back on yourself and really allow yourself some of that good love and that good healing energy, and forgive yourself more. It's okay to still be mad about certain situations or sad about certain situations, even after a long period of time. It is okay. Some things are just that life-shaking, that monumental, that it really does shake us for a long period of time, or trigger us for a very long period of time. But that being said, it is also important for us to take steps forward and to start growing and start healing, not just for ourselves, but maybe for that other person as well, especially if they've crossed over. Because the biggest thing that always comes through whenever I do my medium readings is that people just want the people that are still on this planet to be living their life to the fullest, Like, partners who have crossed over typically want their partners to get remarried. They're like, bro, you're here, and some people that have really met that soulmate, like, don't feel the need to, and then maybe the advice for them is to really meet some new friends and get some friends that are just going to help you feel that love in your life, and really help you to feel more just in love and in love with life. Because again, that's the biggest thing that they want us to remember, is that, like, while we're on this planet, like, we have very limited time, and there's not a lot of time to just sort of be wallowing or thinking about the past, because right now is the future. Like, right now, every single teeny tiny step that we can take can shape our future and can make a major difference, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come, universes to come, and worlds to come. So yes, and I feel like overall, this prolific abundance in truth and sabotage, like, I really feel like you guys have something that needs to be said. Like, this is my pile that needs to write a book, that needs to become a motivational speaker, that has to get your words out there in the world, because there is going to be major abundance created from you speaking your honest truth and from you really coming forward and being like, this is me, this is what happened to me, and I survived. And not only in that will it start to heal other people, but it will also really start to heal yourself in recognizing that something beautiful can come from something horrific that happened to you, you know, or that happened in your life, or from somebody that really just beat you down and made you feel lesser than. Something very beautiful can come from that. So don't self-sabotage this, because I totally feel like that can be the thing that really gets to you guys, is you get into the state of like self-sabotage where, you know, like everything's going pretty good. You guys are moving ahead in life. Things are happening for you guys. You know, you might be meeting a new partner after your partner passed away, and then all of a sudden it's like, but like this person isn't my partner, you know, or like this situation isn't blah, blah, blah. No, obviously not. Like, but you can't compare them. Like, that is two completely different situations. These are two completely different things that we are trying to compare that we simply cannot compare, okay? So it's very important that we learn to grow from situations and adapt ourselves to new life and to new beautiful things that are happening here. Yeah, this definitely gives me the advice of like a young person that's coming in here today. So let me this off pile 1. Yeah, because this totally feels like very fresh and young energy. Like they would want you to, you know, sort of like live your life as well. But yeah, young male. This person, like, just because they're coming out as like a young male too, it could just sort of be like the age that they've reverted back to. Because yeah, this definitely like feels sort of like a husband that's sort of giving energy to a wife almost, you know, but they also are wanting to say it to everybody that's here. Like, it's all about your life, and you can live and grow from these situations that have really negatively impacted you. Yeah. And so he, like, I say he because it really does feel like I'm going back to this person. Okay. So it really feels like they're kind of saying, like, if you went through the situation where, you know, maybe you lost your husband or something, it's really time that you go to like a support group, or you really sort of speak out about this story, or maybe you write a book about your love story if it's that inspiring and it's that beautiful, because you just have this beautiful truth to you that needs to be shared with the world. Or again, maybe you went through a very traumatic situation in your childhood, and then now you're sort of like just living and existing, but you're stronger because of it. And maybe now you're even thriving because of it, and you've become this completely different person. You would be so inspiring to other people that are in those situations or in those states. You are the person that would really uplift and inspire people. So keep that in mind. Okay, write those books, speak at those events, go to those support groups, you know, really meet your people. Yeah, and we also have dark magic, curses, hexes, hidden truth, and spell, repel negative energy. Yeah, so if people are trying to give you hell, like for moving on or for doing other things in your life, like, don't listen to them, because like, you guys are doing incredible just as is. You're really beautiful, and you're powerful, and you're strong. Okay, you're so strong and sexy. This person's saying, like, I don't know who I'm talking to today, but it really feels like they just want you to know that, like, you're sexy. And so if you know, people are giving you hassle because you're moving on or you're dating other people, screw those people. Like, they're not in your life. They don't know what you're up to. They, you know, like, it feels like, yeah, again, there's this hidden truth here that just needs to be expressed, that just needs to come out. And I feel like that's why you guys are being triggered, because it's a lot of like this needs to come out. Like, there's something, like, I just feel like my throat chakra is blocked. Like, an album needs to be written, you know? Like, there's just some sort of creativity that really needs to be expressed here. So that is beautiful. I'm going to put this, yeah, kind of on this side, because this feels like, you know, like the negative self-sabotagey energy, they're really telling you, like, it's time for you to really like repel this and get past this, because this is not you anymore. Okay, yeah, they're telling me just to sort of breathe and see what information comes in, but I'm going to start with just one tarot card if that's okay with you guys. Thank you. Three of Cups energy is here. Yeah! The party's just begun. That's really what I'm hearing by the Cheetah Girls. Like, it's like the time is right now. You guys are literally supposed to be living right now. The party just started right now, okay? I'm making it happen. We started it, me and you together right now. So yeah, this person definitely feels like they could be very like not like party driven, but like kind of the life of the party, like very uplifting. Life of the party energy, and I feel like they're drawn to you, they're drawn to this pile because you have very similar energy, okay? So when I'm talking about this person, you might find a lot of similarities in your energy as well. So very life of the party, you know, likes to know what's up, likes to know the hot gossip, but also like doesn't really like partake. Like, you know, like you guys might be one of those people that just likes to listen to the gossip without like actually partaking in it. You're more just like reacting to it, if anything. But yeah, but I feel like there's just so much that's happening in your guys' life. The party has just started, and it's really time for you guys to take it to the next level. Yeah, because I really feel like you guys are gonna be the hot gossip of the next semester. I don't know why I just said next semester. Like, maybe some of you guys are college students as well, or maybe you guys are going back to college, or this could be your sign that maybe this is your prolific truth that you're meant to be living that's going to create this abundance in your life, is by going back to school, educating yourself, or going to school for the first time, something like that, you know, just really allowing yourself to learn and to live in this life, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of abundance here. So let me get some more advice cards here. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, so I was drawn to go get up and grab this deck, and I started shuffling it on my way back here, and literally look at what it says. Get educated, take some classes, and then this is the other one, vision board, print out, cut pictures, and paste. Yeah, so I really feel like this group is really trying, like they're really just trying to get you guys inspired and to use your disadvantages and flip them to more of your advantages, okay? So get educated, take some classes. There's free classes all over the internet now. Like, you don't even have to leave your house in order to take and learn something new. Like, especially with things like Skillshare out there. Ooh, that could have been a sponsorship intro right there. Come on, Skillshare, hit me up, hello. But with the vision board here, I really feel like you guys are meant to be like getting more of a clear vision on what the life is that you're supposed to be leading, because you guys are really supposed to be healers here. Again, I really feel like some of you guys will be going back and becoming therapists, going back and becoming like Reiki healers, Reiki teachers, yoga class teachers, meditation teachers. Like, there's a lot of different ways that you guys could go back and heal. Even doctors. Like, some of you guys could be going back and being like, you know what? No, I want to become a doctor. I've been thinking about it recently, you guys. Like, just a little bit. I don't know. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology, so it really would only be another 4 years, which wouldn't be too bad. But anyways, yeah, let's get some more messages here for you guys. Be grateful for life as is. Contentment. Yes, it's when we find the magic in the space that we are already in that the magic really starts to proliferate or grow or, you know, become more. Oh, that one says have sexy time, but I will not keep that out there because I am trying to be a little bit more conscious of the fact that there are children on this platform. So yes, but we do have be grateful for life as is, contentment. You guys are really starting to become happier with life as is, and I really feel like you're going to find a lot more of that the more that you lean into, you know, having like making those traumas into things that make you happier. Yes, new friend group is here. So I really do feel like you guys are going to join some sort of like group or class, like painting class, ballet class. I'm actually in an adult ballet class right now, and it's women of all ages 18 plus. Like, it's so like, literally, it does not matter what age you are, where you are in this lifetime. You are supposed to be getting out there, meeting a new group of friends, taking some new classes, taking some initiative in your life to get it ahead. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, this guy here is very funny too. So just really have more of a sense of humor about life. Life, it doesn't always have to be so serious all the time. You know, like we don't always have to look at things and see a problem or look at something or like look at a problem and and have to have a negative reaction to it. Like there are certain things in life that, yeah, we can also just let come to us. Okay, I'm going to take a second here, just going to breathe and allow maybe some more information to come in here for me without taking any more cards. Just kind of gonna write down any other messages that this guy might have for us today. It's kind of interesting, like very weird way to do a reading because it's like I'm going back and forth. So it's definitely draining my energy a lot faster. That is something that I have to keep in mind for the future. But yes, let me take a second here. I'm going to do some scribbling. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty, you guys, I got a few messages here. So yeah, this guy's just very kind of hilarious overall. I don't know who this is, but sometimes, you know, you don't know who it is, but this person overall is still very impactful and influential. Basically, he just wanted to finish off by saying, and sorry, not saying, he's saying this to me. He said, it's all about the love. And like he's saying it in a very Sinatra way, but like kind of jokingly and funny, but just mainly trying to be like, it's all about the love in this lifetime. It's all about the romance, you know? So this person definitely could have been very hopeless romantic as well as you guys. So I feel like just really lean into that. Find the love. It's all about finding the love in life and friendships and meeting new people and spreading our love by, you know, sharing our voice and speaking our truth, because you never know, you guys. Like I heard something the other day that was like, by, you know, not sharing yourself with the world, you are shrinking your own value. Like by not sharing yourself with this beautiful planet, you are shrinking your value. And then by shrinking your value, you are also shrinking everybody else around you and encouraging that sort of behavior. So don't shrink yourself because of what you've been through. This life is meant to be lived and it's meant to be loved, okay? So definitely take that with some consideration. Also, I got major rose symbology because I was just sitting here staring at my chair and then I noticed that it has a rose on it, you know? Like that's kind of what happens sometimes with your spirituality, is like you'll find yourself sort of dozing off and gazing at something, and then you'll sort of wake up from that gaze and then you'll realize like what you're looking at. So that might be one of the ways that you guys can kind of hone in on your spirituality. But rose symbology for this group is going to be very impactful and very important. So if you guys see roses after this, know that that is a sign from this person that not only are you doing wonderful, but also to get out there and to own anything that you've gone through in your life that is traumatic and make it something incredible and inspiring for other people. So yes, yeah, and I kept hearing like this could be this person's name or it could just be like their energy. I don't know if it's like the Jerry Springer or like Jerry Seinfeld or something like that. Like he kept saying like Jerry Springer, Jerry Seinfeld. And so like Seinfeld sort of made me think like also funny too. So this person could just, again, be very funny, have kind of like that sitcom-y kind of energy. But yes, anyways, you guys, those are the messages that we got today from this lovely Jerry Seinfeld energy. I don't know why I keep saying like Springer too, but yeah. Okay, but I love you guys so much. Those are the messages that we got today, and I will see you very soon, okay? Goodbye. Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 2, Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. This is going to be your reading from this crossed loved one ancestor that wants to come through today and basically give some advice. And with the Anna, Grandmother of Jesus, are you kidding me, you guys? Like there are so many cards in this, and the fact that it like comes through with like a person, it already gave me the vibe of like, yes, this has to be like a grandmother energy that we are getting in this pile today. Just a warm, loving, kind of motherly figure in life. But with seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan, this person ultimately wants you to know today that they are, you know, like really wanting you to focus in on what your foundations are and where your foundations lie, because that is ultimately going to help you establish your divine plan. So I was already getting messages before we even got into this pile. So yeah, this person is very comfortable, cozy of an energy, but they say that they want you to be more comfortable in life. So that means cozying up your home, so adding more soft blankets, you know, donating the blankets that are maybe just scratchy and not super cozy, tidying / organizing your entire house. So that is one of the biggest things that I've really taken away in 2024 is that it's impossible to keep a clean house if it is not organized for you and your specific needs. So that is really what she was showing me, like when we were kind of discussing this. But she was really showing me that like you guys might really need to organize your home. Now is the perfect time. It's spooky season, so it's a great time to sweep your house anyways. There's a lot of energy around. Yeah, I remember I was actually just tidying the other day and I was thinking about my great-grandmother, and I was looking at her picture. It's sort of like engaging with it, you know, whatever. Flash forward to a couple hours later, my partner comes to me and he's like, babe, I need you to sage the house. And I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, come look at Ghost. What is he doing? Sure enough, he was in that very corner and he was meowing and like waving his tail and looking like kind of crazy. And so clearly my partner was very upset, very disturbed by it, which is another great thing that they really want to stress and share with you guys today is that like sometimes like they don't mean to spook us, okay? But sometimes the things that they do are gonna come off a little bit scary because like that's what society has showed us in horror films is scary, is spooky, you know, like flickering of the lights or just other stuff like that, or cats randomly looking at corners or babies randomly looking at corners and reaching out and, you know, trying to interact with something that seemingly is not there. But in reality, it was the exact corner that my great-grandmother was in. So that is just sort of your sign that, you know, if you're experiencing some of these things in your life, like flickering of the lights or waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's not always terrifying. Sometimes it's just your relatives, your loved ones really trying to get your attention because they just love you and, you know, they want to be in your life, and it's nothing personal, it's nothing bad, but yeah, they just want to see you and interact and be in your space and everything. And I was moving around a lot of stuff, and so I'm sure, and thinking about my great-grandmother, so I'm sure that she was just curious and wanted to see what was happening in the house, and Ghost noticed her and went over to the corner and was like, hi, you know, as a cat. And yeah, so I did sage my house. It's also a great time to put protection powder out by your door, which, please remind me, I have a couple clips of me making that I have not edited, and I need to edit and add to my new series on Instagram called A Witchcraft. So I love it. Definitely go join me over there. It's linked down below, where we do lots of little witchcrafts. So yeah, making candles and the like. Protection powder and the like. So yes, but let's go on ahead and get some more messages from this person. Really a huge emphasis though on cozying and tidying up your home, making it a lot more homey and welcoming, space where you can come in and relax. Just, okay, I'm gonna put all of these back because one of these actually came out in the last pile. Oh, put these backwards, hold on. So if you guys feel drawn to the last pile, absolutely, definitely go back and check it out as well. Lovely gentleman joined us over there. It's kind of like, yeah, like I'm telling people, it's very weird going back and forth between the energies. I can feel that side of myself is getting very drained. Like when I try to tap into it, it just like feels very heavy. So not, you know, going to do this for a lot longer. Probably shouldn't have done it after I already did another reading, but I'm just in the vibe today, you guys. I just love it. So yeah, okay, yes, this is very interesting. So basically, especially with this mirth, beware of excess and financial issues. You guys aren't going to have financial issues. They're just saying that like if you get extra money, which you probably will get extra money coming in here because grandmothers love to give money, okay? Grandmothers love to give tips, and she would love to tip you guys today. But if that is coming in for you guys, make sure to save it, okay? Because they always want us to be investing in our future. So maybe invest it in some new organizational bins and tidy out your house. most. And yeah, make sure that you guys are fully using the advantage of consignment shops, because I'm a big thrifter. I love thrifting, okay, baddies? Like, we love thrifting here. And consignment shops will actually allow you to drop off your old, cute, lightly used stuff and exchange it for some of their cute, lightly used stuff. And it's a thrift shop, so it has very reasonable prices. There's just so much good that goes into that. So yeah, so that's really what she's trying to stress here today. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, just being a lot more creative with the things that you already have around you. So like, yeah, for example, I just was cleaning out my house and I found this cat brush, okay, you guys, that I had literally just purchased the day before. Brand new. And that's just one of the signs of like, maybe go through your stuff, do like a little organization spree, because you never know what you're going to be able to find. And I don't know, this is interesting too. This is kind of a message that's coming in here for some of you guys that have related to potentially losing a grandmother figure in your life. But you guys, when you're cleaning out your house, you might actually find something of this person's, okay, that like they want you to have. You might not even know how it got there. They have the ability to manipulate physical things. I don't know how, okay, like clearly I don't know how. We have barely understudied the other side, so it's, but that's how they are able to leave, money on our path, or leave, like a bird on our path, or I guess a bird is a living thing, so that's a little bit more difficult, but like a rainbow, stuff like that, like they're very able to move things around. So don't ever doubt that. So, and you never know, you might really discover something that is from this person that is just so beautiful and so wonderful. We also have shield of protection, conquest, and patriotism. So just know that she is always protecting and watching over you guys as well. If you do have like ancestors, even if all of your grandma's still kicking it, still living, just know that you have ancestors, specifically a female ancestor that definitely does watch over you guys. Yeah, silence, serenity, and calmness. So it's really about and up to you guys to really take this time to just sort of enjoy your own silence, okay? So enjoy just being cozy. Yeah, it's weird. She's giving me a lot of like allusions to like kind of life in the 1950s and like what, and even beyond that, like what it was sort of like living through like the Great Depression era, and not having anything, right? And then coming into this like era of life where there's overconsumption happening and people are buying too much of everything that they don't really need before they're even like assessing what they already have, right? Like I went through some Christmas decorations and I found some adorable, repurposeful Halloween decorations. So you never know what you're going to be able to find just by going through the stuff that you already have, okay? So that's a huge lesson and message of today. This could also be said to maybe help out your parents, your grandparents to go through their stuff as well. It's always a great time. There's a tradition called Swedish death cleaning, which is what I sort of partake in, along with doing this like Marie Kondoing to my lifestyle, like the whole organization session. And the Swedish death, whatever I just said, is all Swedish death cleaning is all about that. It's preparing for your own demise and your own death. And just, it allows you to look at stuff a lot differently, because rather than seeing stuff and being like, oh, I feel guilty, getting rid of this because this person got this for me, even though I don't really like it. It's like, you're like, okay, well, what I really want, the burden of my family having to get rid of this on my behalf, outweigh that fact, because it does take a lot for our family members to have to get rid of our stuff after we cross over or hold on to some of it, but But if we don't like it, then like there's no point in us holding on to it, because the people will remember us more for the stuff that we love, you know, the stuff that really makes us us, and those unique things that we have in our house and in our home that really cozy it up and everything. So yeah, that could have been something too. Like this person just felt very unprepared when it came to their crossing over to the other side, which is why it is such a heavy and strong message of today, just to get your ish together. Because again, you guys, I do Swedish death cleaning. I'm 24. You know, like there is no age limit to death, right? Like people die every age. So that is why it's always a good time to just sort of be on top of it. And by saying that, again, this is not to scare you into being like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like, no, bitch, we all are, okay? This is more to just be like, be conscious and aware of your surroundings, because this is your, you know, heaven. This is your life. So you really want to take good care of it and embrace it and fill it with things that make you happy, and get rid of the things that just simply don't. Okay? And don't feel bad about it. And again, so this could be like kind of a message coming in here where like if you do have a crossed over grandmother and you have something of hers but you don't really like it, like it doesn't make them mad for you guys to get rid of their stuff. Like they don't care. They want you to be happy, and they would much rather have like you be happy. So one of the things too that people do sometimes is like if they don't really like the taste of something, or like, you know, when some people might be like, oh, that's really picky. No. Okay, hear me out. If you don't really like the taste, like say you inherit like, okay, I'll give you my example. I inherited a full length mink coat. Okay, it's fully made out of mink. I'm a pescatarian. Like this is not something that I would typically wear. It's heavy, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, is it gorgeous? So gorgeous. But, you know, it's not really my taste. Now, I'm holding on to it because I do love it. I love the aesthetic of a nice fur coat, but it's just not practical enough for me to wear consistently. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm going with this. That being said, what I could do is I could sell the fur coat and then invest that money into replacing the fur coat with one that I would actually wear. Maybe something that's faux fur, you know, a little shorter, a little lighter, and doesn't make me feel bad buying it brand new then, you know, or secondhand, but very good quality. So yeah, so that's just something to kind of keep in everybody's mind here today, is that if there's something in your life where it's like, I love this person, but this I don't like it, and it's okay to not like it. It's okay to admit that. And it's also okay to replace it with something that when you look at it makes you feel good, because that's what they want at the end of the day. Like they don't want you looking at something and being like, you know, like they want you looking at something and being like, I love this and it makes me think of this person, and I love it and it makes me think of this person, you know? So that is so beautiful. Yeah, let me get one tarot card here like how we did for the last one, and then I'm going to shuffle some of these advice little glow up cards for you guys today. How we doing? We are doing good. Everybody okay today? You guys look amazing. I can just feel it. Okay, one card of advice. Ooh, I love this. All the feminine energy in this group is beautiful. We have the Empress card. Let me grab it. There we go. The Empress card. Yeah, so this is all about just like really embracing like the fertility of life and everything that's already around you. The best way to detach and actually manifest the best things in our life is to really just recognize that we already have everything around us. The evidence, the things that we need to like survive, but also to thrive. We already have all of that around us. And so that's what this gorgeous Empress energy really just wants to talk about today, is that you guys have so much potential. You're full of so much life, and yes, that is so gorgeous. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's such like a grandma thing, like start a garden. So you guys could really be called to start a garden. Fall is actually the perfect season to start a garden, okay? Because you can clear the space away, you can mix up your dirt, and you can get it ready for next year while it's cool outside, okay? So this is the perfect time to do it. And then once your soil's all mixed up, you can cover it up with cardboard and leaves to prevent the weeds from coming up in the spring. And I've actually only weeded twice this entire year. So like that is how much of the weeds that it has kept down for me. So really keep that in mind. But if not a garden, then definitely just a place for growth, which could also result in your home. So really just making your home a space where you can grow, where you can practice your hobbies, your skills, your talents, and just have fun. Time to relax. Change your schedule to involve more me time. And that totally goes along with this silence, serenity, calmness. So yeah, take that advice. Change your schedule to involve more you time. Schedule it in for yourself, okay? Have a little me time, okay? Look at this. Like there's really a big emphasis on having a lot of me time and then be a little slutty, which I kind of like do something naughty. Yeah. Because that's actually funny, like a lot of the older women that I've worked with in my lifetime, like that's one of the things that they kind of regret, like not doing when they're younger. Is just like having fun being younger, you know, like really just being a little slutty and not feeling bad about it. And being slutty, even if you are not younger, you know, or whatever, you can still be slutty. You can still have fun and do something a little scandalous, you know, make out with a stranger at a bar after he buys you a drink all proper and nice. And, you know, like you can still like be a little slutty, but be classy at the same time, you know, just have some fun with life and do something naughty. Enjoy an entire freaking cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake to yourself with a glass of Coca-Cola on the side, okay? Like these things are a little naughty too. Add a little extra salt to that dish tonight, you know? Have one extra cocktail at dinner. Like just to really have fun here. And I love the way that like even I'm talking, like the examples that I'm giving are going back and forth between like mine, which is like, oh, go out, make it out with a random stranger at a bar. And then like hers, which is more like, have an extra cocktail, you know? Like hike up your skirt line a tiny little bit, your hemline a little bit, and just have some fun, yeah. And these are all the examples that are just a little bit naughty and a little bit nice. So yes, you guys, those are all the messages that I got for you today from this gorgeous grandmother energy that came through today. It's not entirely sure how this works. Definitely feels a lot more like a psychic reading than it does a medium reading, because again, when I'm in a medium reading, like I am just sort of sitting there waiting for the person to communicate with me, and sometimes it's like super easy and super glidey, like we can just slide through, you know, the communication is so clear. And then sometimes it's a little bit slower and it's a little bit harder because some of those people just, you know, didn't have a strong spiritual connection this lifetime. They're still learning over there, they're busy over there. There's a lot of different reasons. So yeah, but definitely I'm thinking about doing readings in seasons now, so not so much just being available all the time. And you know, because I'm pretty busy now, you guys. Like I do have a little big girl job, and then this and my podcast and all of that beautiful stuff, but I still would love to do medium readings, group readings, anything like that. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that down below. And also, if you guys want to be featured in an episode of Dirty Talk, my podcast, all the information for that will be down below. So I just love you guys so much. I adore you guys. My camera keeps overheating, but I'm praying that this brings you a lot of clarity. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Goodbye.